Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hey, Salah, how are you doing today? I am doing great. New day, new things coming up. My AC just started working again because, hey, Texas, right? But at the same time, it's just like there's apparently a cold front that's coming up, and so temperatures will go down to around like 0 Celsius, so 37 Fahrenheit. Not really zero, but like it's like 1 Celsius or something. In the beginning of next week, it's like craziness. Like I used to say, like my parents, like this is basically Texas is basically like a 1 week, 2 week winter, and that's it. And but this year it stretched a little bit more, but right now the AC is starting to turn on again. So it's like, I don't know. So yeah, my wife was outside on a meeting, and she came back inside because the AC started spinning. It's like, okay. So yeah, that's Texas for you. We're like, what is it like, February, and we're just starting the AC runs there. Ah, fun times. All right. A lot of things happened last time we were together. So maybe let's jump in and then we can go through and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Um, Let me see if I can. Oops, Factorio. There we go. It's starting up. So yeah. Um, let's take a look and see what happened last episode. I let it run for like a couple more minutes after I finished streaming on Tuesday. Didn't make a lot of difference. I don't know. Like I'm gonna be fair. Like I do not remember what happened on Tuesday, but here we are, our orangey friend. So let's take a look. So the first thing that we like last week, last Thursday, we finished setting up all this, but I don't think it was working yet. Like the synthesizer, this synthesizer that was giving us like cerebral matter was not working. Uh, it still has like somewhat of like a iffy situation because this one here is kind of last to be moved on because it has like a special thing. It needs the cube to be powerless, right? So that's like a strange and like not a very good place to be in, right? I might have to find a way to limit this one if we have matter. I don't know. Well, if we don't have enough matter, but I think this was here already. You can see here in the panel what is being requested right now. What's like the most important thing. And we also did. Thank you, Sala. So, all right, let's try again. This, but with image. All right, so this synthesizer that I was saying here, right on this side, basically the cerebral matter has a problem. It requires you to have a spent cube in order for it to be used, right? And right now we don't have, it's not always the case, and it because it has like the last priority, it also doesn't, I think it maybe doesn't help much. And the fact that the every time that it passes here it will get recharged, it's a little bit but the cube usually is charged and moves around. So yeah, so the only way it would be spent is if it just gets into one of these three and then it gets spent. Because even this one, yeah, the bottom ones, the bottom machines, they never spend the cube. So that's like somewhat of a problem that I think I'll have to address. So last time we were together, we upgraded ourselves to a different switch system. Before we had like that big wall of combinators here. Now we have, it looks complicated, but it's pretty simple because the combinators are just on the back. These ones are just to show you what is happening. So this one is just like for display purposes. There's a lot of wires, so you cannot see very well. Maybe I'll just change this in like a little bit so you can see. Basically you'll get like everything here, telling you what are the things that we need right now. So we need this one, we need this one, and then we have like the max. Finally, we were able to get the combinators, so we can get like the maximum input. Right. So I think that's basically it. So this is using like a stack size, and what happens is that, like, for example, Steam is 1, and the lowest priority is this one, is basic, the basic card. So whatever comes in, it gets out there based on like what's like the biggest thing here, right? So I think matter is gonna go in now. Cerebral matter, look at that. And it's building it, look at that. It's doing like a couple of rounds, I guess. So there you go. So that was one of the things that we did, that we finished. And we finished that as well because we wanted to come all over here, and we wanted to do our next science cards that require the cerebral matter to be here. So basically this is our new science setup. So it creates here consciousness bottles, I guess. I think it's the name, bottled consciousness. This one is just creating a bunch of like electric motors. And these 4 are producing the cards. And basically our bottleneck right now, our bottleneck is just this setup here. And because we didn't have cerebral matter, it was just stopping. But the main thing that was stopping us, it was glass. We are not producing it. We are not producing enough glass for it. Do I know Project Zomboid? Yes, I do. And like I started doing like some advanced things there. Advanced circuits there. And the last thing that we did was we started doing a little bit of batteries using some sulfuric acid. But for the sulfuric acid right now, there's like, I don't have enough output of tar to get us anywhere near where we want to be. And to be fair, like, I'm not 100% sure how to make it better right now, because like everything is consuming a lot in the I feel like that I need to have like some sort of like a priority system. If something is for too long not being called in, then it should just be bumped in priority. So do I like it? I never played it. I've seen people playing it. How can I put this? The graphics do not appeal to me, like the graphics of the game, even though like I think that might be something that I can overlook, because like in the beginning I didn't like the Minecraft graphics either, but I just now I play a little bit of Minecraft. So, but I don't know, like I've never been a lot into like zombie games and things like that, but like the survival aspect I think is like it's interesting of it. Do you enjoy playing it? We can play together if you want. It's free to host. It's kind of never free to host, right? You need to pay for the server. So, but I think like the main issue is not like if it's free to host or not. It's more like, is that something that people want to play, or is that something that people want to see? Okay, I don't think we're making enough of this, I guess. Can I make 2 more? Like so? Two, 3, 4. And 3, 4, I guess. That sounds good. No, it's free to host in this game. Between friends. Okay, so but you always need. What I'm saying is that you always need a. You always need like a server to put it on, right? So you can host it. If you can host it yourself, then you can host it yourself. But nevertheless, it's never free. Right? Oh, if you like, it's interesting like that. I don't think I've seen a game with that kind of like of system where you just like it's free. Oh, you're saying that they host it for you? Like it's just like you put it in their website or whatever and you have like a way to do it? Oh, interesting. So it's not like you don't need to have like an extra service that does the hosting for you. I see. I see, I see. RPC is the host. You use your RAM. Oh, okay. So that was what I was saying. So like somebody will have to host it, and the problem is that like the majority of all y'all are in Europe. So if I hosted it, your ping would be not very good. So yeah, but I understand what you're saying. Okay, is this okay? It's a little bit better. Now we have electrical coming down here. But we still have enough for the tar because the tar is not really working. Why is the tar not really working? This is empty. Are we requesting tar? We are. The problem is that like there are so many things that are like a priority that it just becomes a little bit a nuisance. I think I might need a little bit of wheel for me. In like 11 days I will change the Wi-Fi to fiber. Whoa, fiber optics, look at you, that's cool. Like it was interesting, like there's the other day, like was it a couple of months back? I think it was a couple of months back. I had like somebody from like AT&T, I think it was no, it was not AT&T. I don't know, I think it was AT&T. They just came in and they're like, oh yeah, like what internet do you have? Blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I have Xfinity, and they're like, "Ha, you have Xfinity? Let me show you this one thing." And then when I told him what is the plan that I have, he was like, "Oh yeah, I cannot do anything about that." So in the end, it ended up not making my life better, I guess. What is this thing that is going through here? It's cards. I have no cards. Yeah, like I need to do like some sort of like a weighted I need to do some sort of like a weighted priority as well, because like I need to make sure that I am doing the thing here. Yeah, like basically they came in with a plan with, it was like a 1 gig internet or something, and it was like almost as expensive as the one that I have, and the one I have, I think it's like 2 gigs. So in the end, it's like, yeah, it was like I told him what I had, and it was like, oh yeah, I cannot compete with that. So it was a very brief conversation that we had. All right, so what's coming from down here? It's that, and that is completely closed already. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it was a pretty quick conversation because the dude, like, he knew that he came to compete for like a very particular speed. And when I told him the speed that we have, and they're like, oh yeah, so you work from home, and I'm like, yeah. So that was interesting. Look at that, we have more bots now. Yeah, we made like 10 bots. Like we made 5 more bots. Because there was no more the bots. Just we had 5 bots since the beginning, and now we have 10, which is much better. And I think maybe it's time for us to add another personal roboport, so we can double them. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. So what do we need for this? Batteries. And unfortunately, batteries, it's something that we can't do much about yet. So let me just clean this all up here as well. Like so. And let's give them power, but a big pull. So from over here, I guess. Oh, there we go. Now we have power. Okay, now that we have robots, we can even clean this up on the bottom. Finally. Look at that. And there's no more power on the things that I need power on. Yay! Oh no, yeah, I need power up there. That's true. Let me just clean this up real quick. And then I'm going to go from here to there and to there. There we go. How much the bots is low in the start game. Yeah, and like the beginning of the game, you start this mod with 5 bots, and they're very slow. But like I think we have like already 1 upgrade for the bots speed. I think is that 1? Let me see if I can find it. We have 1 here. And I think we might have 2 for some reason. I think we might have 2. I cannot see the other one. So we have 1. It's this one, but this one says 2. So I'm assuming there's a 1 for it. No construction robots. No, yeah, that was just a 1. And we don't have another one. The next one is going to be way down here. Like, oh no, there's number 3 there. It's this one. Oh, wait, there was a number 1. So we have a number 1 done somewhere. Where is it? Now I want to see it. Here. No, this is number 2. It's just right after the green cards. So right after the green card, I cannot see it. What is happening? I cannot see this number 1. Yeah, I cannot. I can only see this number 2 down here. Interesting. Okay, do they stack on top of each other? Maybe they stack on top of each other. So like we're at an upgrade 2 and the upgrade 3 is going to come after what it looks like quite a bit. We still need radars. Oh, I really like radars to go for. To us so we can see something. I believe like if you do 1, it will show you 1. If you do 2, yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, this friend is not. Did you not get yourself there? Okay, cool. So that I can delete all this. Okay, so the bots are doing the thing on that side. That's great. Let me just take all this out. Oh, I'm gonna take these ones because these ones have stuff on them. And the bots will take forever. Oh, these ones have things on it. That's why they're taking forever to disassemble everything. We good? All right, I think we're good. Now it should just be much simpler. Not really. I don't know. Did y'all see, like, there's a bunch of streamers that were able to go play Transport Fever. Did y'all see what they were saying about it? Like I was listening to so I listened a little bit to Squirrel and a little bit to City Planner, and they sound pretty happy with the game. So I'm getting excited. I'm not sure if I should be getting excited or not, but I guess we'll find out in some time. We don't know like when is going to be like the release date of the game yet. But yeah, I tried to get some folks, like, we'll see if we can get some keys for it or something like that, to see if we can allow like people to play a little bit of it. You recommend me to play Helldiver. So I never played Helldiver. The game in itself does have the thing that I always like, that I've always thought about, and I was like, that would be like an awesome thing for a game to have. That's basically just allow people to kind of have a more like real world thing where the world moves with you, and if you like, your actions do have consequences, but as in like a global scale. And I like the idea behind it. So as a matter of fact, like I've thought about it, thought about playing it, but like, as I said, like shooter games are not really my cup of tea. I might play one or another, like very seldomly, but it's not like a thing that I usually play a lot. Let me see if I can just put all of them here. Yes, I can. That's awesome. I have a bunch of green ships. Okay, so these are not going to be used for a while. My computer is like jittery. Like, let me check. Task manager. I guess that my 7 gigabytes of Chrome running, it's not helping. Okay. Like, one of the things that is using less RAM in my computer right now, do you know what it is? FACTORIO. Oh my god. I need to close some of these things that I have open here. Like, I have a ton of tabs. I have like a ton of browsers open that have on them a ton of tabs that I don't think I'll ever look at them again. So I'm just going to clean this thing a little bit, see if it helps. Now let's see the task manager. And we got 1 gig back. So that's good. That's good. Oh, every day you change your mind? Change your mind in terms of what? Oh no, I didn't change that. Apparently I didn't change that. Where are those things? Schedule. There we go. Live every Tuesday and Thursday. There we go. There we go. Boosh. So copy that. Edit this one. Paste that too. And edit that and paste it. All right, there we go. Thanks. Live stream. Yep, live stream is going to be. We're still in this like Tuesday, Thursday world, because that's, I think, like the best I can do right now. Like as I said like before, like eventually you'd see like some changes if I would need to stop streaming and to see like if I get like other source of revenue. So that's basically what's happening. Okay, we don't have any cards. We should do cards. Like, there's one thing that I am unsure about. Like, a lot of things are just moving. Like, I need to find a way to make this go faster. And to be fair, I'm not 100% sure, like, how we can make that. Called Abiotic Factor. I think I've seen something about it. Yes, I think I saw some folks playing it. But I didn't play it myself. Like, for some reason, like, the name, it reminds me of what's is it Outer Lands? Am I confusing the game? Like, I don't know, like the name, and I think I've seen like the art in it. It felt like, is it? Let me check. It's not Outer Lands. Outer Lands is like a movie. It's not Outer Wilds. It is. I forget the name. Let me check. It's 20% on Steam. That's 20% on Steam. Yeah, that's... Yeah, like the art in itself, it looks like another game. Outworlds? Outer Worlds? Is that it? This. Let's see if I can find it in the list. Not here. Outer Worlds 2. I think that's the one. Yeah, Outer Worlds 2. Like when I saw the first time, like, the Abiotic Factor art and stuff, like, my first instinct was like, oh yeah, this looks like Outer Worlds. I played a little bit of Outer Worlds, like, when I used to have Game Pass. I played a little bit of Outer Worlds because it was in Game Pass. So, but it was the one. Like, I canceled my Game Pass when they just, like, doubled or tripled the price. I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I don't play as many games from there either way, so. All right, so how is this going? It's going like we're doing research. Things are moving forward, not as fast as we should be. I don't know what to scale next. What do y'all think? I should scale here. Yeah, just cancel that. Yeah. I used like Game Pass mainly to play on my Xbox, and I don't play that often on the Xbox. So I ended up, like, I canceled it in the month that Roadcrafter came out on Game Pass. I was, or like on the same month or something like that. I was a little bit bummed because I was having fun playing Roadcraft, and I canceled it, and like my month ended like 3 days after I canceled it. So I canceled, and right after I canceled, I stopped being able to play Roadcraft. So I was a little bit sad about it. But apart from that, like, it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you make it so expensive? It just, like, I don't get it. And it was like it was like, I think it was like $15 for the longest time. And then last year they bumped it to 20, and then they bumped it to 25, and then to 30 or something bucks a month. It's like, I think that it was a reasonable price, and then it becomes unreasonable. And the way I was kind of doing the math in my head, it was like, okay, so if I spend every month $15 here, and I play, let's imagine, like 2 different games, or a game every 2 months or something like that, then it's kind of, the price is justified because I just jump games. So in my head, it was kind of justified. But the moment that they jumped to $30, I was like, there's no justification because I don't play Xbox that often. And then I canceled and everything was fine. And then I realized that my Minecraft account was through Game Pass, which is kind of strange because I did buy the game in 2014 or whatever. That came like with my Xbox, the first Xbox that I got. So it's like, I was like, Minecraft. So I ended up just buying Minecraft again. It's like, for the amount of time I've spent, it's like one of those things. When people, when you go to Reddit and people say like, oh, I think that Factorio is very expensive. And people were like, and I don't know if I want to buy it. I don't know if I want to buy it because it's so expensive. And people are like, dude, the amount of hours that you're going to spend playing the game, it's worth it every penny that you'll have to pay for it. Like if you just divide the number of hours the price of the game by the number of hours you played it, it's just mind-boggling. Also, another thing that is super interesting on the community side of like Factorio is that sometimes you just go to Reddit and people are like, oh my god, the game is so expensive, and there are people that are like, if you want the game, I'll give you the game. And that's it. They just give the game to other people. It's so interesting, like in terms of a community. You have 700 hours? Yeah, I don't know. Where am I right now? Let me check. So, library. 1096. There it is. So, I guess I started like the game right now. 1096 hours. I stopped like trying to math that out and see like how many days that would really be. Because just like I just go crazy. I think that the game that I spent more hours on, it was World of Warcraft. I think definitely that was the place where the game that I just spent so many hours, so many hours. You finished FACTORIO 2 with robot? What do you mean with robot? With or without robots? Oh, 3,000 robot active. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Like, I was assuming, like, I've seen, like, the bare minimum of this mod before I started it. Like, I saw Dosh Doshington playing it, and then I think that was it. And, like, after that, I was like, I came in and I didn't know what to expect. And, like, one of my first mistakes was, like, I'm gonna use wood instead to put here. And yeah, that was not fun. But now that I saw this, there's a condensed fuel. What is condensed fuel? Condensed fuel. Condensed fuel is something that you make with a cube. Okay. Each one of them has 50 megajoule. Okay. No, everyone like it's like 50. It's 5,000 megajoule. That's like 5 gigajoule. But I think that that's like the amount that this one has, right? 1 gigajoule. So basically, it's the same thing. The main difference is that you don't need to have the cube coming around all the time. You finished the mod in 160 hours? I believe you. Like, FACTORIO is pretty big. And this is based on FACTORIO, like the ULTRACUBE, it's based on FACTORIO. As you can see, like, by the factory names there. But, yeah. Okay, I like the idea of converting steam and just put the steam on the outside. I like that. I like to, instead of like making steam. So now we can do some like reclamation where you can just convert excess tar. Like, I don't understand what do they mean by excess tar? Excess gelatinous tar. What does that even mean? Okay, so I have this one that transforms into this one. Okay, and then I have these two. I can recover one with the other, but I don't think we are in that point yet. I don't think we have excess of anything. Oh, we do. We do have excess of elbow grease. So if we have excess of elbow grease, maybe we can get ourselves some of this going. But the reality is that this is just pushing into this place and then I just lose everything. Yeah, I don't know like how I'm going to do. Should I make everything legend or not? I think that's an achievement. So if you're into achievements, that definitely you should do that. It's gonna be like a hard time. Like the main problem with legendary is that is the probability, right? And it becomes like a pretty big logistic problem. But I think that in the end, if you have robots, the logistic problem is not as big because you can just have the robots pick up from one place and just push them to another, right? So that would be something. Okay, so I need to find a way to make more tar. I definitely need more tar. Well, I have all the blueprints ready, but it's gonna take time. Oh yeah, like after you set up, I think your first path like to legendary or something, like you prepare like one pipeline, they should be roughly all the same, but then it's just a question of time. You just need to wait because it becomes like a coin toss. Like you have like 10% chance, so you need to produce like 100 to get 10, or you need to produce 10 to get 1. That is like on a particular level, and then you need to grow it up. So it just becomes like a numbers game at that point. Let me just check something out. Okay, let's just make sure. There we go. Is it locked? And it's not. So let's lock it. Cool. All right. So, like, I need to make this better. Like at this point, I don't think that I have a better way to make tar, gelatinous tar. And I cannot like just refine it back to gelatinous tar because right now I don't have excess of any of these two. But one thing that I can do is I can stop the production of elbow grease. Am I producing steel elbow grease? I am. So let's stop that. Let's break these two pipes. And let's put you over to here. And let's say that we want to connect you from here. And if you have... just enables this if you have more than... like what? If you have less than 1,000 of that. If it's enable, if this is smaller than 1,000. So that way we will be able to control, hopefully, a little bit more this. So we have like a bunch of elbow grease right now that we really don't need. How is this going? Is this building the thing? What is happening? Oh, they are full in gelatinous tar. Okay, that's good. So these should just stop. Okay, they will not get any more of that, and you should be getting a lot more. Awesome sauce. It is just me, or we hate, or do we Or we do hate Gleba? I don't know, like Gleba is nice. Like after the point that you have like some good defenses, like Gleba is not like a problem, but it's like a different problem than the rest of the planets. Like I like the way they made the planets on Factory, that they are like completely different from each other and you cannot use the same techniques in all of them. I really like that idea. I think that made the game so much more interesting than it was before. Because now it became a thing where like you have a planet that you need to take care of, like recycling, and you need to take care of like extra things that are coming from recycling, and you need to just blow some up or just do something with it. You have another planet where like everything is metal there, so you need to think like that. Like that might be like the more similar one, but then you have Gleba where you have to take care of like not only the logistics but logistics in time. Like logistics in time, right? So in the end, like the idea of like something perishing, it's pretty interesting, and the fact that you need to feed your own systems again with the same things in order for them to keep them alive, it's an interesting concept. In FACTORIO 2, it's much harder. Oh, you finished Space Age with FACTORIO? I thought that FACTORIO 2 was not going to update to Space Age. It was going to just update FACTORIO 2.0. Okay. Yeah. What do you mean, yeah? We will have bots. But there's no... Okay, we have bots, but only yellows and red. Where... I'm confused. Will we get logistic bots? Ah, worker bots. We'll get worker bots. That might make things a little bit easier. Space Age in FACTORIO 2 is finished all planet. I thought that you could play FACTORIO 2 with FACTORIO 2.0, but I didn't know that they updated for Space Age. That's cool. So what do you think it is like what is a problem with FACTORIO then on Gleba? What is like the hard thing there? Oh, look at that. We're starting to get some essential oils. That's great. And now we can reuse some of this. Oh, that's awesome sauce. Power. Oh, you cannot do power. Like solar is not enough there. Hey, Extante, how are you doing today? Let me see. Can we do something here on the back? So let's do 1, 2, and let's recoup our gelatinous star from this. Oh, I also need refined tar. Interesting. 80 refined tar. Oh, but wait a second. So I'll use 80 refined tar to get 360 gelatinous tar. Oh, but it gives us a lot more refined tar. I like it. Like it. Tasty. Tasty, tasty, tasty. So I think I can just do that. And then I'm going to pipe this up here into here and into the first location, V. So here, and then you are going to go from here to here, and then from there to over there. And you from here to over here, if I'm not mistaken. Boosh. There we go. And voila. There we go. I know, Sala. Like, I should, right? I should just put something to go. Modular casings will get us here, so maybe this will be good to get us there. What do I need to build? This sophisticated matter units. I don't even know what that is. Entombment. I like this one. We don't need cliff. We don't need explosives for right now. We will in the future though. But okay, let's go with this, and then maybe that. I don't know why we need emotional, but we need that for logistics robots. Oh, they are gonna be moody. Our robots are gonna be moody. So you got, I didn't add any mod. The mods are the same. But rate calculator. We do have a planner, the factory planner. We do, I think, the rate calculator. I think we do have, and we have the bottleneck. But like these mods, I don't think they work here at all. So enable this if we have more than 1,000. Oh. I don't think they work very well because of like the cube. The cube is just like, it's very hard for you to set rates and stuff when the cube is like the bottleneck for everything. Okay, did I mess this up? Oh, because this is not elbow grease, it is essential oils. Cool. And you, I'm going to just collect you and just push this into a storage, which I'm going to just connect directly. And then I'm going to say that I'm going to connect you to here, I guess. Whoosh. All right. Like these machines, we could just stop them in the end if there's like a certain amount, like, but we are going to just use all the essential oils. You don't know about compatibility scope. What do you mean about compatibility? Okay, there we go. So this is going to pump up more of this. That's great. No, so now this is stopped. And we have a bunch of more gelatinous stuff. That's great. Let me see. Can I... Is this correct over here? And then over there. Okay. Use factory planner and hell mod, but simply mod replaces them entirely. You saw the rate calculator? I think I also have hell mod somewhere. Let me check. Mod settings. Can I even see the mods here? I don't think I can see the mods over here. Bottleneck. Disco editor, even distribution, hell mod. Yeah, I do have a hell mod, but hell mod is not, I'm not actively using any of them because like I could use them, but in reality, like ratios don't matter. They matter, but they really don't matter much. Oh, okay, got it. Do you know if it contains like the cube compatibility? Like it's not even the problem. It's not the cube compatibility, is like how often you have resources, right? Because like in the end, it has more to do with like how often you have resources than really how much resources you'll do. Because like, for example, it doesn't matter if you scale the production of this, like of the basic matter, because the cube needs to be inside of it for it to work. So it doesn't matter if we have like 20 of these factories, 20 of these synthesizers, because if the cube is not there, they are not going to produce. And there's really, I didn't see like any bottleneck being the fact that the ratios are not good on that side. Yeah, I just kept it installed. I didn't, you see, there's nothing here. It's the second time I opened this. Oh no, this is a hell mod. So yeah. It's gonna be like that for the entire run. I don't know. Like, I was looking through here, and one thing that I was checking is that like right now our main bottleneck is the petrochem, and I think I need to adapt this part. But I need to adapt. I were you here when I adapted the switches? So now we have like the switch is a little bit different. Now we have like a max or a min in this case. So we don't have to have like that all full logic there. We do have just basically a row of combinators, and then they just output the value, and then it just chooses the biggest, the lowest priority. But we need to adapt. So like in the end, this is the row that we care about. This is the only row that does any kind of operation. The ones in front is just like for you to make it easier. So this one just lights up this bulb, and then it just connects in front to the panel, so the panel can see, you can see in the panel what is being requested in this row. So that's basically it. There's nothing more, nothing less than that. So it's just like a very simple combinator that is like, if the conditions are right, I ask for the things that I need to ask. But this tar is kind of right now my bottleneck. But unfortunately, you cannot just bump the priority of everything just out of the bat, because like you need the other things as well to make things go forward. But what you can do here now is, because I bumped this to like 10 different, so like if you just lower this to like 39, for example, tar has just become the most important thing for us to build right now, in terms of like compared to what was being asked before. So now tar is going to be done, and I think we're going to do some tar again. Or maybe we do matter? Oh no, matter, we don't need matter right now. So yeah, that's cool. So the other thing is, I don't know, like some processes. We got like a fuel refinery, but this fuel refinery looks something that needs the cube to be done. But I can check it out. Let me check. So there's one of these. Do I have refineries? Are these refineries? Let me see what I can do with the refinery. So let's put this fuel thing in the floor. What do you need? If we want to do like condensed fuel, because we need condensed fuel, you can see here that it needs a cube, right? Like in order to make 5 condensed fuels, and that is the only thing that I've seen that can replace the cube in terms of power. And unfortunately, it's like a 1-to-1 conversion. So basically, you need the ULTRACUBE. So where's the recipe for that? Over here. So basically the recipe is you provide the cube once, and from that cube you'll get 50 condensed fuel, and every condensed fuel is like 100 megajoule. So basically 1 ULTRACUBE is the same as 50 condensed fuel. So you don't have any gain, you just are using a bunch of unstable gas and sulfur. And right now, we don't really have any to spare. Like if we check, there's nothing. There's no sulfur going in. I have no sulfuric acid being done. I don't have any extras. Like everything is being consumed right now. Oh, you know what? We now have radars. Where are the radars? Here, I need sophisticated plates. Boo! Sophisticated plates. How do you do that? Fabricated gelatinous tar. Why? Why is that even a thing? So in a fabricator. We can make a couple of them. Okay, we kind of have like a lot of tar right now. That's good. And now I think we're just not pushing enough, I guess. What's happening? Oh my god, don't tell me that's what's happening. Ah, chatty chat. Why didn't you warn me that the problem was that I only had 2 working? Okay, there you go. There's no more. This is the end. Now we have some refined tar. Look at that. Some extra refined tar. And this should be going. So we're getting a little trickle of refined tar, but we don't have water. How is that even a possibility? I didn't connect water. Look at that. Okay, so this does a little bit of steam and some essential oils that go back in that you can just push in here, right? So this is producing, we have like a circle here. Now finally we got a little bit of this going on. Okay, we have a little bit of unstable gas. Oh, we have a ton of refined tar. That's awesome sauce. And I think that what we want to do as well is we will want to make some gelatinous tar. Like when some gelatinous tar from the extra this. So like right now, no, it's the other way around, sorry. We want to revert back 400 to 320. This is not a good compromise though, like this refined tar. So 400 is... Are they the same? I don't know if they're the same. I feel like that do we win something? No, I think we lose something. So 400 gelatinous tar. Let me just do the math with my paper here. I don't even know what this is. Like, so if we have 400, gives us 240. So if we just use 400, how much would that be? So 400, 16,000 by 240. Okay. 60. I don't think so. Let me check. Nope, no calculator mod. Doesn't look like. And that's the planner. Hell mod. Oh, this says I have a calculator on it. So that would be like... So it's like 400 times 400 divided by 240. 666. And I don't even know what I was doing. And we have no power. How is that possible? Look at that, chatty chat. We lost power. So let me just think about the math again. That we would need like 600 and something, so it's less. So is it getting us more? Where's the cube? Yeah, we're back to that stinky problem of this that is like the input is almost as fast as the output apparently, and that makes it like this has like 1,000 on it when it doesn't. The fact that we cannot read what is in here, it's just not nice. Okay. Okay, the cube is back. We have a little bit of steam, so that everything is good. So is my math going well? So like, if we put in 400 tar, if we put in like 400 tar, we'll get 240 of these, right? So we would need like 600 tar to have enough to be able to produce like 320. Yeah, that's not like a good thing, but at the same time we kind of need well, there's nothing here. Let me check what's happening down there. So it's going to do tar now. Like, I don't dislike this change of the tar being first. I don't dislike it. So one thing that I wanted to do is to see if I could do this change here. But for that, we need some sort of production that we don't have. Like right now, doing 4,000 having 4,000 of unstable gas is impossible to do just one recipe. I think I might just increase the amount of suspicious gelatinous tar that we have. I want like 4,000 at a time. I think. How much do we do with a cube? 16,000. Okay. That's pretty good. But yeah, so what can we do with the distillery? Let's take a look. And the distillery, we can only do ethanol. What can we do with ethanol though? Let me check on here to see ethanol. Ethanol, distillery, distillation. Okay, this one, that one, and this one. Okay, we need ethanol. That's fine. Deep crystal. Okay, that it's unrelated. And you need ethanol. Yeah, distillation doesn't look like it is something that we care for right now, by the looks of it. Yeah, because like we can do potatoes on the greenhouse, that then we can do mash on the crusher, and then the mash will become ethanol with essential oils and water. I don't know. Like at this point, I'm not really sure how to advance from here. Okay, I think we definitely want that going on. So we need to do those friends. Those friends, I mean this one, the fabricator. We need gelatinous tar and this one. Am I going to put this in the... this part? So modular casings. Okay. Let me see what modular casings are. Oh, this thing. Okay, it's gonna be needed for this for sure, right? Yep. So I think that might make sense for us to put this into the bus. So let me just move you here, I guess. And if you do that, you just need matter. This is pretty easy to do. Okay. And we're just going to do that and that. And we're going to get one in, one out, one out. Speaking of ethanol, it reminds me of rum. Did you saw they added funny mushrooms to Vintage Story? No, I did not. Did they add funny mushrooms? I saw that they made like a big update in the like last week or this week, but I don't know what they added to it. So what is that? The like the funny mushrooms, that do they like allow you to do rum or something? Okay, this area is a little bit not so nice, but it's fine, I guess. So you, I'm going to just do that there. I think it's here. So that means that we will want to jump you from here to there. And we will want to get you here. And this one is the same thing. So let's get you jumping from here to over here, and then just give you that friend up. And if I just come all the way down, this is going to be a little bit hard for me to jump, right? Because if I jump from here, I can only jump to here. Which might not be too crazy though. Okay, so let's try to do that, and kind of don't need this, right? There and there, and these two and these two. Cool. And then it can come out over here. Cool. There we go. They added fishing and some storage and a few animals and so, and more 8 or so mushrooms, including some hallucinating ones. You get a color effect filter and sound distortion. That's cool. That sounds cool. Oh, I can just do a small pull. There we go. Here and here. And I think that the next is going to be over here, which means that you are going to be there. There. Oh. Boosh. Boosh. You can sneak it into others' foods, right, dude? I don't know if that's a good idea, though. Sneaking it into other people's foods might cause problems. Like, they not resisting while they're streaming or something like that. And just eating it. No, I like Vintage Story. I think Vintage Story is a pretty cool game. That a full stream. Yeah, that's why you should never like when you're hungry, making decisions might not be a good idea, because you just might make decisions that you'll regret later. And there we go. And up and up and boosh and boosh. There we go. And we have some gelatinous tar. And I think we should be good. A naive one? What are you talking about? Who's naive? Nobody's naive here. And we have no power. I really need to fix whatever is happening there. I mean, there were skulls and bones next to the soup. Where's the cube? Oh, is it here? How did you pick up the spent cube? Oh, man. Okay, this one is going to be manually redone. You found it appealing. Yeah, it was appealing. It was appealing. Yes. Okay, how can I fix this? I'm going to take this off. For right now, I'm going to put the cube down. And I'm going to just jump the cube from here to here. And then I'm going to pick it up only if it is the good one. And that will put it over here, which means that I can do that little telephone game here. Cool. And this is going to be enabled if Steam is bigger than 0. Cool. All right, so there we go. We got it. Fun fact. It was appealing. Fun fact. Okay, so the problem now, it was not this friend. All right, that's good. Okay. Trying to think what can I do here, because I cannot read the interior, so I have to rely on these two. The classic smell of gas, artificial additives so that you can smell and not die. Yes, I did hear of that, which is kind of funny, right? But it makes sense. It just makes sense. Okay, rare earths. So right now, how are we in terms of signal here? The signal is 1,000. That's a problem. Like no, it's lower than 1,000 now. Like, you see, the problem is that they don't balance themselves out. It takes too long to take the things from here, I guess. Okay. So maybe we just need the newer version. And the smell comes from a compound found in dead bodies that we won't be able to detect in small amounts. Okay. It just tastes like rotten eggs, though. So, I don't know. Oh, we have some of those bars. Yummy bars. Look at that. We have yummy bars now. I don't think I need this for right now, so I'm just gonna delete it. So that's fixed. Let me just put some light there. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I can now use radars. This is true, by the way. You can pretend you're smart. It's like one of those niche things that you've heard before, but you never cared about. I think, at least to myself, like I've heard about that before. It was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But definitely, it's an interesting conversation starter. Like you do a blast in a party. You just go there and it's like, you know what? I have something to tell you. You know that it smells like dead bodies when you smell gas? Your nerd feelings. Okay, let me get some of these because I want a radar. There you go. Okay, let's build some radars. Maybe 2. Oh wow, this is like, what, FACTORIO level? I think it is. It's like the humongous ones. Like, I need a little bit more so I can cover that mine. Can I cover that mine from here-ish? Here. Yes, I can cover it from here. Whoosh. Oh, finally I can see things when I go to the map. Now I just need another one all the way on the other side. So let's go. Let's run. You got a few of these? Oh, too much. See, right there. Can I put you a little bit down? Oh, awesome sauce. What about a little bit more? More. Oh, cool. I can put it over here. Ooh. Cool. So now we can see everything. Look at that. Ah, finally we can see our base. Look at this. And this is funny. I'm happy that I saw this here. We do have like a lot of sun though. Do you know the origin of coal is and why it's not naturally created anymore? We're talking about dinosaurs and the fact that it's just like compressed, rotten dinosaurs. Is that it? Is that what you're alluding to? Like, eventually we could, like, it's not only dinosaurs, right? Like, it's like anything that... Oh, cool. As a matter of fact, coal, I do not know what it is. What is cool, Extante? Show us your prowess. Mineralized trees. So it's the same thing, but in tree format. You need to have like trees being down earth for a long time for it to grow again, right? This is how I get beaches. Take notes. Oh my god. On fire. I see you're on fire there. As I said before, like that's definitely like a conversation starter for parties. That is the way to go. Definitely. How much do we have? 37,000. We have 400 there. I think we're fine for right now, but we'll see in a little bit. We have like another one there on that spot, so we should be pretty good. All right, so let's see what can we do about this tar shenanigan that we have here. So I'd like to continue doing tar. Like, I feel like that the fact that now we can do condensed fuel should help. But at the same time, I'm not 100% sure how it would help. Because it doesn't feel like it is very helpful. Okay, let me just check on how our reserves are. Great. So we have a little bit of essential oils, nothing of this. We don't have anything of that. And we have like 1,000 of elbow grease. Yay. Yay us. Okay, let me check to see if we can make... Until mushrooms were the first organism to learn how to break wood apart. Oh, is that why you don't have it anymore? Because now the trees are broken apart by the... by mushrooms? Yeah, that kind of sounds like a How I Met Your Mother kind of situation. That's interesting. But in the end, mushrooms are good for our environment, right? Because they get nutrients from the trees and then they just put them back on the earth for you to have like better land, I guess. This needs fast belts. Of course it does. It always needs fast belts. That's why I left like a slot here in the middle, right? That I just occupied with random stuff. And this needs advanced engines as well, which I do not have. Okay, so advanced engines are over here. What do I need to do this? I need just normal motors and that. Okay, that's not too hard to accomplish, so we think we can do 2. So if we do 1 here, and then we do 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And this one is going to be doing these kinds of motors. Where are these kinds of motors? These here. Nope. That. There we go. And you are going to be putting all them motors on the side of this belt. And you're going to go up. And you are going to be doing this. And you are going to be doing that. And you are going to be doing this. Cool. There we go. They're like magic. Yes, they are the ones who can turn more inorganic matter into organic, like big chemical pollution, like oil spills and such. Yeah, like I've seen the news about something. What was it? That they were able to break. What were they able to break? I forget. They were able to break something. I forget what it was. but they were just using like, I think it was mushrooms or something that were able to break plastic. Was it mushrooms? I forget what it was. But there was something that they were able to make them break plastic. It was pretty good for the environment, right? Because plastic is one of the big problems we have. We don't know how to fix that problem. Okay, so let's collect from this side. Yeah, they can also do. Yeah, like the only problem is that, is it sustainable or not? Like, is it something that really can be done, like in a way that is sustainable? Because if it takes like a long time, or if it is just okay, if it is like, if it's not sustainable in some way, then it becomes a burden for people, and or if it is too expensive to do, it's always a problem. There's always a big problem there when it comes to money. There we go. And elbow grease. And you have everything except that, so let's get you here. In the later year, everything is being made of it. Yeah. That's like the main problem that we have, right? Because like plastic is kind of the base of our society nowadays. So everything is basically made out of it. And let's get you like 4. And you are gonna get 1. You are gonna get 1. Where is actually facing the big crisis? Do you know how fast mushrooms grow? Yeah, I think they grow pretty fast, so the problem is, I don't think it's going to be bad production. Oh, it's funny. Like in the end, I don't think it's like how fast they do it, how fast they grow. Oh man, it's the wrong place. Okay, let me change you to be that, and you to be that. There we go. And the only thing they're missing right now is push. There we go. Bad production. Okay, we have 82, 85 of those, so that's great. Okay, so this takes forever to do one motor. 80% comes from Brazil, and they milk the land and rubber trees careless. Oh. Like, they are just trying to make money as everybody else, right? And in the end, that's an issue. And like everywhere that you have like a production that is like that involves natural resources in some way being mined or something, people will just go the extra mile, because the only way that you can make more money, like let's imagine that you're a rubber maker or something like that, is just to milk more trees and make more rubber. That's like the only option that you have to make more money. And it doesn't matter for them to like try to do some research or something to see if there's a way to make it more efficiently or something. They just like, it's much cheaper to just plant another tree and just get everything there, like milk it out, right? Okay, so let's see, how are we doing here? Okay, now we are doing blue belts. If you're not careful, it stops being sustainable. Unfortunately, we as a civilization proved time and time again that today is more important than tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. That's gonna be your problems, kids, not mine. I'll be able to drink my coffee. My kids might not, but that doesn't matter. It's their problem, not mine. That's kind of the mindset the majority of people have, so that's like the danger that we have here. And to be fair, like if you're like in an economy that kind of rewards that kind of thinking, like it makes it everything it's much harder for you to even change the way you think, because like what's the incentive there? Like it's if it's not making you money, why even care about it? It's just like it just feels like the oh, I picked up too much glass. It just feels like the AI thing, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, we just need to make like 10 more nuclear power plants to make this work. It's fine, we just make it. But that's very expensive and dangerous. I don't care, like, right? I don't care. It's gonna make me have make me put two more data centers. So let's do it. And now at least there's like there is some like not restrain, because that's not really a thing that happens, but people are just looking in here in the US especially. They're like, oh yeah, but where's that those things, the money for that is coming from? Like why is my water bill going up? Why is my electricity bill going up? And people are like, yeah, that's the problem with data centers. And then it just becomes like very hard to have any kind of conversation, because that doesn't really matter for a lot of people. So we need more smart people. Unfortunately, the smart people are the one that are pushing for some of those things, right? Because like that's the way, it's like it's the easiest way for them to make money in some situations. Because like in the end it's always a trade-off, right? Like for example, if you think about solar and like about Teslas and everything, that you do have like a very smart guy in front of Tesla, but in the end you go to some of the Tesla like charging places, and it's basically just like an oil engine, like gas engine that is just producing electricity. So in the end, was it worth it? Right? Because like in the end what counts is the balance sheet, and if the balance sheet is red, there's nothing you can do. That was like something very interesting. Like when I was younger, there was something that I couldn't conceive, like my head, I couldn't wrap my head around, was that we were in a fight to get the ozone layer back, and we knew how to make ozone, right? Like, because we know how to make ozone, that we could make ozone, just push it, pump it into the atmosphere and just put it there, right? Like this in my 7th grade, 8th grade head was like pretty simple, so I didn't understand the why. And then like I asked and my teacher was not able to explain to me, but now that I grew up and I look back and I was like, it was like, yeah, because like who's gonna pay for that? Because that it's not gonna give you any money, right? Like if you push ozone and you fix the ozone layer, okay, that's good, but where's the money there to be made? There really isn't, right? So like how, and in my head is like, oh yeah, but everybody should just sit together and decide, yeah, we want to save the planet, right? Like in my head that made total sense, right? Like why are we not working to save Earth? And then I was like confronted like with this, like, so, and how would people survive, right? Like the people that work in the factories, like how do you pay for them to keep on working, for example? Right? So like there's like a different layer of problems that just show up when you start thinking a little bit more in depth about them, that you maybe like you never thought about them until you started getting some money, right? So because like in the end, people will need money to live, and if they don't have money, they will not be able to live. That's it. It's simple. So it's my idealistic mind was suffering a lot when I was like younger, because like I couldn't understand why people would not band together. But now that I grew up, I look at it, it's like, yeah, I understand. Like if you don't have money, how things are gonna go forward? How would you pay for your next meal? Right? Oh no. No. Like the thing with capitalism, it does focus a lot on what we will do with the money. That's like the most important thing. You have to spend it. If you don't spend your money, then you're breaking the system. The more people that don't spend their money, that's like breaking the capitalist system, because if there's no money exchanging hands, then we're doomed. But thankfully, there's always like a big chunk of money changing hands. Yeah, of course. Like previously it was not, because we used gold to manage it, right? But now it is just, it's a convention. We say that, yeah, the money, this is how much this piece of paper is worth, and that's it. Okay, how is this going? This is going okay, I guess. They are not informed enough? Yeah, they are not informed enough. Like that's definitely true. But also, like, sometimes it's just like being informed of what sometimes as well. It's like the question. Because like, even if you're informed, there are things that are a little bit out of your reach. Okay, so I want another one of these. I need 20 of those. Because like, there's like, for example, here in the US, there's like a problem where people don't have savings, right? Like a lot of people are just living day to day, and whatever money they have, that's the money that they have, and that's it. There isn't much they can do about it. But, and then people are like, yeah, but you should save more money. Why don't you save more money? And we were like, yeah, we live paycheck to paycheck. It's not even sometimes like bad decisions that you made in life. It's just like, you don't have it. Capitalism actually retains a lot of money. No, I don't think it does. Like, if you think about it, they retain like a value, and like a lot of people, what they do, like the rich people, right? What they do is basically they get their, they buy stock and stuff like that, and then they just use that to front like loans, and they just use money that comes from loans because it's more tax friendly, right? And in the end, like if you think about it, like people will have to be incentivized to work. There would have to be something that would incentivize them to work. So if this was just like, if we were like back in the olden days where you have like a bartering system, it would be, you'd have to like build your own stuff, like just do your own products and then just barter them with other people. And that kind of made you, everybody would have to have like their own trades and their own skills, and they would have to, everybody would have to produce something, right? Which is not like a place we're in. Okay, how is this going? And dimensions. Is there anything else that we are... So tar is gonna come in. We are producing not enough trees for sure. So how much... Okay, I think this is going to be the first time that I'm going to use this. Greenhouses. If we have 4 greenhouses. Add technology. Customize recipe. Trees. Tree. Apply filter. What is happening? Why doesn't this have everything? Oh, this is not... Doesn't even work with this? Okay, so there's a problem here. Okay, is this my bad? Do I forget how this works? I thought it was like add a, oh no, this adds a recipe. Oh, did I forget how this works? What's happening? So this is a production line. That's just what's on top. And oh, I think this is not working. Filter by product, filter by ingredient. Okay. Okay, so this is just a search. Okay. It contributes for bubbles, and that is money stock and money flow for a country is distributed by the largest amount of people possible. And I get the motivation thing, but you know that American dream is kind of a lie. It's not hard work that will get you to where. Yeah. It's not really hard work that gets you where you want to be. It's being the correct place with the correct people. Knowing the correct people. That's basically it. Okay, so there we go. Production. Yeah, like these recipes are not working with Helmod. Helmod is not working at all, I feel. Mod lists. Yeah, Helmod is not working with this mod. It's okay. So what is this going? So this gives us like 1 wood per second. So we have 4 wood per second right now. And this needs 100 seconds. No, 100 times that. 25 seconds for each turnaround. Okay, let me... Maybe I just need to push more greenhouses, I guess. So let's do that. So what do I need to make greenhouses? Oh, there we go. We can do another one of these friends. And we can do 10 more robots. Or 3. What am I missing? Consciousness bottles. So let's get some. Yeah, I guess I don't have surplus of consciousness bottles. I do have a little bit on that lower corner. It's kind of my spot to pick bottles. So there we go. So I have 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we now have 20 bots going with us. That's great. How do I not have power? Because this consumed like basically all my power. God. God. And what did I came here to do? To get a greenhouse, and I need wood and matter. Basic matter is over here. I can do one with the amount I picked. That's not enough. Two. Two is not enough either. So let's pick more. Then I need to pick a little bit of wood. Let's pick a little bit of wood. And let's do two more. And what are we missing? That we still have space for three more. That's great. This one. And there we go. Voila. Okay, one more. And we don't have enough glass. Okay, cool. So let me just turn you around, I guess. So you there. So one. I can do three, right? So let me just delete you and delete these two. Oh. Cool. There we go. And now you, friend, are going to go over here, here, and eventually there will be a third one. There we go. And you're gonna connect yourself there. Do we care? I can just do a green. A couple of greens, a couple of greens. And last one is going to be there. I don't think I want that buffer, so I think we're good. Cool. There we go. So we got a little bit better on producing wood. So I think we have like a big buffer on the belts as well, so we don't need to have like too much of a craziness. So let's go up there. So we're not producing any science, I guess. What's happening? No consciousness because there's no cards. So one thing that I was thinking was maybe it makes sense for us to have like a bump in productivity, I guess. Like not in productivity, but have like a bump on, like, for example, cards. We cannot do cards. Why can we not do cards? Because this is broken? Is that it? I think this is going to be broken, right? Okay, let's delete the G. Let's put the G back. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is a problem where like you have 52 and here it counted 52. So we're good on that way. But so we need to do more cards. We have not been doing cards for us a long time, right? I feel like I should have some sort of a system that would allow me to override. That would allow me to override something. Like some of these priorities that I have here. To be fair, like I'm not 100% sure how that would work though. Right now, we are on tar. Even like if I change the order, the tar is going to be more important. Because the cards are right now in last spot. And the one thing that I need to make sure is that like things that need products, that need other products are... this always needs a cube, right? This needs the cube. Yep. If these furnaces were able to produce stuff without using that, that would be great. What is this? Formidable drill powered by the ultra-dense cube, capable of extracting resources even deep in the ground. Oh. That sounds so bad. So these are tanks. What is this? Arcane synthesis technique that require unfolding the internal hyperdimensions of the ultra-dense cube. What does this do? One cube, ultra-dense cube, can be transformed into 64 ultra-dense constituents. Okay? And then they can be regrouped together. Okay? And they can become dormant. Ooh, we can change the way the matter, like we can produce basic matter with these little cubes. Okay, that's good. This produces ghost crystals. And this ultra-dense constituent can be converted into a dormant phantom constituent. And 64 dormant constituents can be turned into one ultra-dense cube. Dude, this is going to make it so much harder. This is gonna make it so much harder. I don't even know if I want to go that way, but I don't think I have an option. No, because like these cards are needed. Ah, that just looks bad. Not gonna lie. Like this thing where you could these ultra-dense cubes become 64 of these smaller ones, and then there isn't much we can do except this. But then 64. So right now the recipe that we're using is this one, right? The recipe that we're using is this one, where we convert 400 matter into 1,000. So 2 times in and a half or something like that. If we use this one, if we did 10, we do 400. If we had 50, like 900. So it's the same thing. There's no advantage of using the split cube, right? 60 times, 64 times 40. $64 times 40. 2,000. Okay. And the recipe, each recipe gives you 100. Oh no, maybe 64 times 100 gives like 6,000. So it's going to be this divided by 25, 60, 2.5. While currently we do have like 1,000 divided for 400, which is the same thing. Like it's like there's no advantage on it. I'm having a hardest time because I feel like that some of the recipes, they don't give you advantage. They just like a recipe. So I feel it is strange. It is very strange. So it's doing basic matter. Okay. So how are we going? It's going for tar. Yeah, this is starving basically the everything that's below tar, which is not a good thing. Let me see if there's a better way to do those cards that is coming up. check. Okay, doesn't look like. Okay. What is this? One phantom dense cube plus that gives you. This one though looks interesting because this one converts 100 rare earths into 10 dimensional and 10 complete contemplation cards. So that one looks interesting. You're a programmer, so you know how an evolving system or algorithm always includes bugs or blind spots or some other form of unexpected behavior. Such duct tape builder that what works good. Expect us humans to have bugs like greed and corruption. Advice, for example, is that instead of embracing and trying to protect and improve those bugs, the system take advantage of it. At times, from pessimistic human nature is corrupt. Type of conformism talk is just childish. But like that would require you to think of the other people, right? That's I think the big caveat here is that the majority of us humans we just think about us, like me, right? That's kind of what like our mindset kind of looks like. It says me, my survival, my this, my that, not really like what other like people think or what other people care or anything. So that's like the kind of the bias that you're going against there, right? And it's not like a problem of the US or a problem of somewhere else. It's just like that's kind of how we. What do I mean is that like if you think about like bugs, like greed and corruption, right? Like that's a problem. And then you're saying that if people would think more about other people, like this wouldn't be like we could be able to kind of make the system better, right? Like that's what was that what you were trying to say? Oh, that's where we need to learn. Yeah, like the problem is that there was no instance in our history where the us was more important than the me, right? Like we never evolved up from there, right? Like we always, when you think, it's always me, it's my life, my stuff, my things. Like what the we doesn't matter. Yeah, but that's what we are. That we are animals. That's kind of our reality. It's not like yeah, like next step is thinking bigger, but when the problem is that next step needs to be done by everybody at the same time, which is not currently like which is not something that we can do, right? Because like we are not like a hive mind. We don't think about the good of the, we're not programmed that way. Like if we had like a hive mind, that would be a thing, but we don't, right? And so in the end, it's always going to be the me versus you. Like human rights? No, I think they're lame. Like we try, and I think that's the thing, is that we try, but in the end, but in the end, I think that's a problem. Like that, while some of us try, some of us are trying the opposite. So you think we can slowly grow? I don't know. I don't know if we can slowly grow. Because like what I think, like, imagine this. Like, I think like there's a very simple example here. That is the global warming. Like, just think about global warming and how polarizing this is. Because there's a problem with our planet, and future generations will have a lot of problems because of that, right? But people don't care, right? Like, because like then there's what about my farm? What happens to my farm? Like, I cannot farm anymore. What's happening? What about my company that has like fossil fuels? Yes, it's going to be bad for other people, but do I care? No, because it's my company, it's my thing. So like, you see, like, we can't even like rally up into like a common cause that eventually will kill the planet, right? So like such a big thing as like it will kill the planet is not going to be is not enough for us to rally around. So how can we think about like human rights? Because that feels like in the end it's like a little, if you think about it, like human rights compared to like the full extinction of the planet, it's like a small thing. It's like a smaller thing than that. Like, it just feels bad to say it that way, but kind of is, right? Because like if we all die, we all die. That's it. That's the end. That's over. While human rights, we can work for them and make it, try to make it better for the biggest amount of people that we can, right? Wouldn't that be easier? What do you mean sorry, what do you mean by that? Was I able to do this thing? Not yet? I don't even know where the cube is. It's up over there. Okay, I got the cube. Okay, I'm gonna put the card to go. And I'm gonna give it another turn. Oh, I cannot. Why is this not going? What is happening? Because it didn't reset. Good. Oh my god. Like, this is all automated, and then you put your hands on it and it just stops working. 84. 80 something. Okay, so we just, how many do we produce? I forget. Let me check on this thing. We're doing this one and we're producing 100 basic contemplation cards. Yeah, but that's like just a smidge. Okay, we need some steam. Maybe it will go again. I'm talking from inside your house with hot water, magic screens that connect the world. Do you imagine yourself trying to describe and convince anyone from another century? I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, it's going to be very hard for us to, let's imagine that like that we were able to time travel, right? If you think about time traveling, and let's imagine that you come from the future and you come here and you show up here and you say like, you know what? Everything is doomed. You need to change this, this and that right now so that things will be better, right? People would just put them in an asylum. Like, you just say like, oh, this guy is crazy. This person is crazy. Just pick them up and just put it in the loony bin. That's it. I think that's the thing. I think you are already living in a utopia. Yo, yeah, definitely. I think that's like how we humans roll, right? Like we go from utopia to utopia, where if you look back, if you look back, your life is much better than your parents, and their life was much better than your grandparents, and their life was better than the ones before, because we are like always we're in a crescendo phase still, where like new things, we're able to invent new things, we're able to do new things, we're able to manage all that, and that you're the asylum guy. Okay, cool, great. We have great accommodations there in Portugal for you, so it's fine. If you were like in other countries, maybe it wouldn't be that good. Uh, I was thinking about something. What was I thinking about? My brain is feeling like mush today. Like, it has been pretty hard to concentrate. Like I've been running around the factory. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. That's how tired I feel right now. Uh, you get me for sure. Yeah, like I understand. Like, but in the end, I think that the position that we're in, like as humans, in the way we behave, in the way we do things, the way we're coded is pretty hard to uncode, right? Like we're kind of like animals that are always in survival mode. Like you do anything to um to preserve your life, right? So like I was I was like I was reading a book. Like I was the last book that I was reading was like Licanos. I don't know how to say the name, but it was interesting. Like there was this one dude that was being mind controlled, and he was about to die. Like the one that was being mind controlled. So the person that was mind controlling is told the other people around it, like, I know that I'm going to sound crazy, but if I just stop, if I start asking you to save me, please don't save me because it's gonna be a bad thing for you to do. Blah 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 blah. And then he relinquished control back to the person that was being mind controlled, and the person that was being mind controlled was about to die, and they could save him. And he was starting like to pleading for his life, right? Because he was like he was under control of other person and was just trying to plead for his life. And it was like it was interesting to think that like in the end, whatever happens, you end up like just thinking more about yourself and like how can you survive this, how can you make this thing good for you, because like you're trying to survive all the time, no matter how good, no matter how bad. That's kind of what is your like what your kind of body tells you to do, right? It's like you need to preserve. Like it's not like if you think about the way we're described in like the movies and stuff like that, and when we see like movies about aliens and stuff like that, we're always described as like parasites, because that's what we kind of do. Like we go to a part of Earth, we use those resources that exist there, we vanquish them, and then we move on. It's like that's basically what a parasite does, right? Just jumps from entity to entity until like it's satisfied and there's nothing else for it to do and move next. So like how do you change that? That's I think that's like the very complicated part. In only like when you're at a point where you're just given like you're this like there's no other option except doing this, that's when people do it, or to change that. And even then, like it's very strange. Like for example, imagine this: there's people that smoke their whole life, right? And then they get diagnosed with like pulmonary cancer, and they're like, yeah, if you continue smoking, you'll die, right? And people are like, yeah, I don't care. It's like it's very strange because like that's one thing that I like to do, so I'm not going to take it back. Like my grandfather, when he was like in his late years, he was like, he didn't have like any pulmonary problem or anything, but like the doctor told him like you need to quit smoking because that's going to be bad for you. And he was like, no, I don't care, right? I don't care. I'm going to continue smoking because that's the thing that I enjoy doing it. But right by the end of it, he was getting much worse. So he kind of almost stopped smoking. It's very strange the way like we do things in our head. I don't know. I don't even know where I wanted to go with that. But that's it. Okay, let's try to do something here. What can we do? So we need to move this forward. We're not producing anything because we can never get to the cards. So, oh, we're gonna get contemplation cards now. We're getting contemplation cards. Are we? Oh, we're not. Because the cube is broken. Boo, the cube is broken. So I don't like it. What is happening with the contemplation cards? Why is it not go? I'm so confused. And now it's going to there, and so it's not going to the basic cards. Something very strange just happened. Okay, so we top that up. Great. So like I'm almost thinking that we should just have a way back so it can minimize the time. So let me just copy this piece here. I'm just gonna put it here, right? I'm going to delete that, all that. Good. And delete these two. Awesome. So another thing that I could do is to make it go back quicker. Was that I could try to make it go like, do I even need this? I don't think I need that. So I can just do this and that. And I would make you here. And I would do something similar to that. So if the cube, if it is positive, and if we want to go back, okay, so this one would be, how can I make this so it doesn't look very strange? So we could just make it, split it over here and just send it back. And the only thing that we would have to do would be just do the same, just check on that one. Okay, let's try that. So for example, here. Oh, but we don't have space there. Okay. Yeah, like I think I needed like one more space on this shenanigan. I think I need like one more space on this part. So another thing that I saw that it was interesting, there was
an intro of there was an intro like on in here, unlike Factorio, that had something like this. That had like something like that, right? And then there was a another line that would just go to here. Then another line that would just go, I think, just something like that. And this one would go somewhere here. Okay, that's not going to be enough. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Okay, no. Here to there. Can I get you over here? And then from over here to over there, right? And you go over here. Then you go over here-ish. Whoosh. And basically what it did was it was not like this. It was like this doesn't give us like a all to all, right? So but it would be something similar to that. Like I think what we need here is like we need a central point. Like that. Let me just delete everything. So there would be like a central point where every train would go to, then it will come back, right? So like this central point, it will get you over here. That point will get you over somewhere here. Whatever. And this one will get you all the way over here-ish. Whatever. So, but basically the trains will start from this side and just go here. And it would just, you do the factory, do the iteration that needed to be done, and then it just go move back to whatever place it needs to go. And it would just go all the way around, like push, 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 push. So that is something that is interesting. That we could eventually try to think about doing to make it a little bit more like fast, I think. Gotta go soon. Okay. It was nice talking to you too, man. Have a nice day if you have to go. And thank you for stopping by and having such a profound conversation. Let's get all this going. Kill this all up. 1, 2, 3. Third one. Cool. And now you. Okay. And voila. Push, push, push. There we go. Exactly. All right. So let me think about how can we... So one thing that we can do to make this better is to just upgrade this interior part, right? So let's see the upgrade planner. Let's take all this out and let's say I want red belts. I want red these and red those. And let's get all of this updated. So this is going to make everything much better. Nope, not that. This one. And 17, 90, and 4. Cool. Oh, do I already have blues on me? That's cool. The purpose of existence. Okay, sounds good. I think that would be like a pretty good topic for our next conversation. All right, man. Have a nice day. And if you don't talk, have a nice weekend. All right, let's get some of these friends up. So 37, better than nothing. Let's do 200 and 50. Can I just give you a couple more? So you can do a little bit more. So I think that that's going to make the cube go much faster, which is going to save us some time. Okay, there we go. Let's have it. Let's have it, folks. Okay, that's going to make the cube go much faster. If we can make this all upgrade, of course. There we go. And now this side. Cool, there we go. Awesome sauce. We have everything, I guess. Look at it, so much faster that the cube goes. Whoosh. So hopefully that is going to be like a huge improvement for what we were doing before. So let me think if there's like a better solution here, like a better solution that we can do instead of like the cube going around. So if everything went to and back, right? Like if we had a 2 forward and a back, like so, and we would have like a central point. Okay, something like so. And this would be there, or there. Okay, what am I thinking? Like, for example, this one here, it would go to there, there. So this would allow me to have, what, 4 machines? So this could go there, and this could go there. Then they would have to come back and would have to have like something similar on the other side, right? Like, I think that in the end, if we'd have something like that, something like this, something like this. So this is just spitballing here, okay? There and there. If the cube just moved on this spot, and then it would go out in this side, and it would come in this side. So the cube would go much faster around, so like the time that it would be lost, it would be much smaller, right? So this is going to be in here. There we go. Okay, there we go. So this would allow me to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factories, which I think is going to make it faster, I guess. The only issue is that these factories, they would have to be, for example, like this one. You'd have to be, if I put you here, then these will have to be somewhat closer by. So something like that, and eventually something like that, and then something like that. Okay, let me just delete all that. These pieces here. Okay, how much do I care about sizing? Maybe this one has, what, 2 pieces? 1, 2. Then this one would be touching that side. Okay. So I have like this block, which I can then just adjust this part. Okay, something like that. Okay, this is just for the cube, so it's not like a major problem. something like so, I guess. And this one, instead of going there, you just go there and then you come back. Okay. You would go there and then you would go there, for example. Nope. No, like this. Ah, thank you. It's like so, and you can go all the way there. Like so, and you can go. There we go. So something like this would make it work, I guess. And maybe we need like an extra space so that I can get there. And this one, I think I'm going to do the same thing. This one should be the same, right? Like you should be able to just connect you to top. So from here, there. And you, oh yeah, you just need to go down. There you go. So if I just make this, I think this is going to be much faster, right? Like it's going to be much, much faster. And we can do, one thing that we can do is to make it even better. We could just do power here and here. So we could do power. So here, you can make power here, and you could make power. Do I care? I don't think I care. But the cube should go in here without being fixed, I guess. So how would that look like? Let me just copy this. And I turn it and I just put it over there. So this cluster allows me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 factories. Cool. There we go. And then what I would do is just have something similar to this in my hand. But not really, because the main thing is you just need to go. The only thing that you need to do is we just put one of these friends here. And you just say, if this is what is needed, then just if that's what is needed, just set the output side to go left. So this is bigger than 0, smaller or equal than 0. Right? So this is going to be like, it always goes into the middle, but if this is true, then it goes inside of here. The only issue is priorities, right? No, but the priorities are already taken care of because like we have the priorities before that. So maybe this system might not be like too crazy. So we have 4 of these and we have 3 of these. So I think that I'm going to try to squeeze you here. Squeeze you here. And then squeeze you over 1, 2 here. And then if we have another one, we can have another one over here, right? So that makes sense. So if you go, doesn't really matter. So you go do that. And then you go and do this. And you have water in and out, so water can come in here. There's fluids going out there. That's awesome sauce. You are going to be cards. which will share the output here. That's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have 2 cards. So what am I missing? The matter. So this is going to be the matter. And like this. Cool. So these share output, these share output. These don't share output, but there's... Oh, they share an input here. Cool. And they share the input. Doesn't really matter because this is exit, this is input. Okay, cool. All right. So if we did this, this needs water in and water out. So this is going to be a little bit... We need to finagle this a little bit. And it's going to be maybe a little bit hard to get things going. But let's take a look. Let's see how this would work. So this one, for example, would be... Well, this one is the only one that doesn't have anything. You know what? Now I think it's time we need one of these. So let's build a couple of these so we can have a little bit of power. Let's run. So we're not doing any kind of science, and I think that might be good for right now. So we're not using any extra stuff. Okay. And oh, we have a couple. Awesome sauce. So that is great. We could do some modular. Okay, there we go. We can do 7 of these. Awesome. But first, before we do even that, let's just build a couple of these. And see if we can reach power everywhere. Like, this is getting pretty confusing. And I don't like this setup that I have here. I'd like to have some sort of a better way to do this. Okay, here. So if I just give myself you here and you here-ish. Okay, so one thing that I was thinking was I need power somewhere. I need to make power somewhere. And that somewhere might just be over here. But then this one cannot be here, so let me just click very quickly the steam boiler. Copy the steam boiler. So something like so. This will have to go a little bit different, but that's okay. So this is power, and then what we want to do is just have the other side, just have one of these on here. Okay, there isn't really like a good spot for it, so maybe what we can do, we can have like smaller poles over here. And then one over here to just continue like, maybe we don't need this, but we need this piece here. Boom, there we go. And the thing that we want to make sure is that, okay, this is wrong. This is going to be gelatinous tar. Cool. So the output is over there. So we can just put the output over here. Awesome sauce. So that's basically said. What we're going to do is put you out, put you in. Put you out, put you in. Then out, in, out, in, out, and in, which doesn't really work. So let's do in and out. There we go. And you can go over here maybe. All right, so I think that might be okay. And the cube goes in and the cube goes out. And then there's like an extra spot for the next thing that we need to do. This feels more connected to the thing that we want. So let's make sure that you always go to the right, whatever you do. So you get in and you get out and you put it in and then you put it out. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's looking good, I guess. So the only thing that now we need is, so for example, this one. If in this thing here is that one. Okay, so we are going to make, if this one is bigger than 0, then I want the output to be, let me see what the output has to be. Oh, bigger than 0. If I want you to go right, if it's smaller or equal, and if it is bigger than 0, I want you to turn right. This is, oh, there we go. So let's go do boop, 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 and boop. And you. Okay, that's good. So now let's connect the red here, the red there, the red there. Okay, so this one is going to be this is going to be these ones. This is going to be the cards. These are going to be the cerebral matter. This is going to be the juice. This is going to be the rare earth. There we go. And this is going to be the tar. Tar. There we go. So now I think we have everything. And this one is going to be nothing. So out of this. Cool. So there we go. And now we need to connect like all these colors. So let's connect all of them. This one, connect to that one. And what we want is, I want you to read the belt and hold. No, I want to read the whole belt. Then you're going to connect here. Okay, and then you're going to connect here and here and here. Okay, let's check. It's almost like I want this to be like that. Yes. So these two, they don't need to be connected. These doesn't need to be connected. This doesn't need to be connected. And this doesn't need to be connected. This can be connected to that one. this one. So this one is going to turn that way. This one is going to turn that way. And this one might be too. Yes, that's okay. Because of that pipe. These can be connected. These can be connected, so... Okay, this is okay. This disconnect from that one. This disconnect from this one. And for right now, I'm going to just connect these two. And and this is going to disconnect from this one, this from that one. And then that one. Cool. And then the only thing that we're missing here is turning that way. Cool, they are all yellow. So now the only thing is you connect here and connect there. And you connect here and connect there. Boom, there we go. It's looking like... Oh, there's one piece missing. There's just one piece missing. There we go. And I think we're good. I think we're pretty much good. So, like, it goes all the way around. First, it will decide if he wants to gelatinous or to there. So, this one here will only pick up this cube, and it's going to put it down. You are only going to pick up the good cube. Okay, only pick up good cubes. Okay, these do not use the cube at all. No, this one uses the cube. Yes, this one uses the cube, so you are going to just get this down. You don't use the cube, so there. You use the cube. You're going to be just this cube. Awesome. This is same cube go in. This burns the cube. This one, it will get out the bad cube. And it will get in the good cube. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. I think this might be it. Okay. So this way, things will be much better, I guess, if I just upgrade again the belts. Go. All right, look at that. And now let's see how this will discombobulate the rest. So we will need a place to put in our juices, right? So let's do 3 of them. So we're gonna put one over here, and I think another over here. And the only one that we're missing is this one here, so it's just going to go maybe on this side. We don't have enough pipes to accomplish this, but it's fine. Like this part, we'll need something that comes from the top. So this is going to be that and that. I'm gonna bring all that I can from here. Okay. So what else are we gonna do? we're going to do this. Water can come directly out of this side. This is going to be steam out. These are two connected. Water out. This is steam in. This is steam in, so they can be connected together. Okay, this doesn't need anything. You need rare earths. And how is this looking? Looking okay-ish. Let me go get more pipes. Like, the unfortunate part of this is that we don't have a real good way to like transport the things from one place to the other, so. And by things, I mean the and by things, what I mean is the materials. Okay, let's get this going. So let me see if I can connect everything. So this is steam out. This is going to be steam in. Can I get you? No, I cannot. This is too tight. The only thing I can do is just jump you from here to there. So that would allow me to jump out. But do I want to jump out though? That's a good question. So steam is going to come in, so we could snake steam out. Like so. Oh my god, no, Z. Okay, there we go. And this is going to jump steam on this side. Doesn't really matter, right? So there we go. Okay, I think we are... So steam is coming out on that side. No, it's coming in. It's going in. So this is also steam coming in. So let's get that network connected first. And let's give ourselves some space for inserters and stuff like that. Oh, one too many. There we go, and turn you all the way around. All right, so here we are. So steam coming out, coming in. So we do have steam going out, and this just gets cards out. That's okay. So I don't need a lot of space. 1, 2, 3 might be enough. And I think I might... No, this has to be out steam. I have space on this side and I have space on this side, so it's fine, I guess. So this is steam coming out, so let me just push you over here. And there you go. So every time, like, this is my steam going out network. Here. This is my steam going in network. Cool. Now I need water. Yeah, water is going to be a little bit hard to maneuver from here, right? But it's fine. We can just move you one up. So water in. Where do we need more water going in? On that side. So let's get you over here and then over there to over. Cool. There we go. There we go. Awesome. So there's space for pipes and like for belts and everything. So now they're going in water. It's over here. So we decided that we were going to get you. Okay, this one was wrong. And then this one is water going out. Okay, let's get you. Do we have any other place that has water going out? This one. All right, there we go. Water going out. Water going in. So there we go. You're going to get... maybe not. Do we have everything connected right now? I think we might. So the only thing that we're missing is just the juice. That juice. So let's get you. You're already here. So I can put you over here. And this way, I guess. Maybe give you one more. Nah, maybe it's good. All right, so there you go. And there, and there, and there, and there. All right, cool. And I think the pipes are all working. We have all the pipes that we need, right? There we go. So another one that we can put a tower here. There's no problem putting the tower here. And then the last one is not there, so it do not fit. So cut these two, move them a little bit there, move you up. And there we go. We have a little bit more space. And I think we might be good. I think we might be good. Okay, this looks crazy though. This looks crazy. So let's get another one of these friends going. I think I'm doing more of these ultra dense furnaces, so I'm just gonna pick them up, pick the ultra dense. And I think I'm not doing any of these, so I just need a little bit of matter. Still not enough, still not enough. Are you the ultra dense furnaces? Yes, you are. Cool. Let's take the 10. And one of these. I don't know what this does. Oh, the flare. I could just ignore it, but right now I want everything. Okay, there we go. Cool. I think we are good. So now if I just power this in some way, so basically just pick you up from here, I guess. Over here to... All right. There we go. This is looking good. So the thing that I want to make sure is do I want to make sure? So this is all good. Now I need to get steam out and water in. So this is water, and this is like an unobstructed water source. So this is water. It can be connected to water out. And over here. There we go. Then I need steam to go out, and this is go out to power. So that's basically where that is gonna go. And then I think I will need maybe another one of these friends. Let's do that real quick. Did I not build it because I still have enough things to make it work? There we go. And you are gonna go over here, I guess. And then you are gonna go push and push. There we go. Awesome sauce. Okay, everything is connected. Everything is good. There's no more power poles on that side. There's no power poles needed on this side. There's power poles needed on this side. So this one here, it needs rare minerals. Okay, I need to use the restroom, so give me like a minute. I'll be right back. Let's see what the cube is doing. I'll leave you with a cube. And I completely forgot to do social media. Is that cool? That's awesome sauce, right? Okay, so what is the like problem with the cube? I think it's just the cube is needed for so many things. I think that's the main problem. Like we could try to think of ways that we could just do this. But like even this, right? Like when you do basic matter, units, where are those? How long does this take the craft? It's 1 second. It's like 1 second. I don't see like any improvement on that recipe. Like just chat, just tell me what am I not seeing? Because clearly I'm not seeing something. Okay, so we need this for the bots. So let's go for the bots. Are even the bots like going to be helpful? I don't know. Like I don't think so. I don't think the bots are going to be helpful. Like they will be helpful, but I don't know if they will be like awesome. So let's continue our journey here. So this is just to make them faster. I'm assuming this is going to be the big deal. And dimensional manipulation. I don't think I need that for right now. This is going to be needed for this deep introspection. So let's do that afterwards. This looks like it's the last thing. It just moves more stuff at a time. So let's go with that. All right. So what can we do to make this better? I really don't know. Like I'm just kind of thinking about this. Like let's wait a little bit. Let's look at what is happening here and see if there's anything that is not good. So matter. Getting matter, like there's nothing that we need right now at this point. We're not requesting anything. Because like we cannot do this. But this is full. Like everything is full except this. This one is I need to fix this. I need to find a way. Like this is not working. Like this counting how many I put inside, it's really not working. I need to find a better way to do this. Because right now this is not doing anything because... $52. These contemplation cards, they're just like too many, maybe. Maybe I have too many putting in. I think that maybe is a problem. They just skew too much. So if I just delete you too, maybe that wouldn't be a problem anymore? Let's see. So basic matter. So that's good again. So another option, which is like kinda a little bit of a silly one, is we could count how many are in this belt, and if it's full, the belt, it means that there's nothing else to put in. That could be something, but the fact that this is not like accurate in terms of stuff, it's just like I don't know. Okay, let it go for one more run, and then I'm gonna just cut it. Yeah, like I don't know what can I do to make this work better. Because like the more you have, if you have more of these, if you have more than one inserter and the inserter inserts more than one, like I think this kind of skews because it has like to go through two ticks. Because it needs to go in and then needs to go out, right? Okay, 64. So, but because basically what I'm doing is if G is bigger, am I counting here? These two are just connected to each other. Yeah, these are not counting. This is just counting from that side, and this basically what it does is if there's no cube, it just keeps the value, and if there's a cube, it just takes it out. So this one is just to send the signal C out. So this resets it to 0. there isn't much like we can do here. Yeah, I'm just counting the amount that go in and assuming that it's good enough. See, because like now it's going to increase even more. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I need to think about something like this to fix it. I think I'm gonna be done for today, folks. I'm really tired. I'm feeling really tired, and I like this new format, but that's going to still have the problem of the counting that we currently have here, which is not something that I'm very happy about. So that's something that I need to think a little bit about. So this contraption that I have here, it is going to come out, and I think that I want to make the signals like separate in some way, like try to make it more visible. And I think I might just put the count, like this board here somewhere here, or closer to the place where things are happening, so I can see everything. I know that there I'm going to have like another things that I can do. I just finished another recipe. What was that? This one it needs a synthesizer it needs ethanol, right? And it just gives you joy and despair. And it needs a cube. That's like the main problem. It's like this will go there, and this deep core mining, it will need another one. Another stuff. So this thing that I have here, this contraption, will have to be moved even more to the side so we can have more. But I don't think I can stick much more things in here. Like I could set up like a different one here next to it, like another block, and I just need to jump there and back and forth. That maybe is an option. Or maybe if I put power here, I could continue this a little bit further, and then I could have like another ring like this. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, folks. If you have any suggestions, any ideas of how to make this work, if this is even like a good design, let me know. Just add some comments in the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you're enjoying it. So don't forget, we are live every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11:30 Central US time. So have fun, have a nice weekend, and I'll see y'all Tuesday. Bye for now.